Pick me! Choose me! Love me!
Hi everyone! This is Diana. She's American and Ukrainian. That's her puppy, Teddy. And what are you looking for?
A husband on my level.
She's looking for a husband on her level. So that's like 5'7"? What?
Oh,
What is it?
6'2".
6'2". Get him to her DMs.
I'm so done with dating apps, so I'm currently right outside of a bar I'm about to go into alone. You can definitely go out alone. I brought my Kindle. I'm about to go inside, look approachable, order a glass of wine, sit and see who shows up, because you never know. You never know. My future husband could be right inside.
Is anyone else just like crazy scared of dating? Like, I want a relationship. I want to date someone in theory. But then when I think of like trusting a human or like showing emotions, I want to vomit violently.
First part about dating in 2024 is the toxicity that there is a next best thing. 50 years ago, you just married who you were geographically around. But now in 2024, we have so many options. And because of social media, it feels like there's always going to be that next person somewhere online, on the dating app, wherever. We are connected to so many people that our brain knows there's always more. There's always one more. I hate it so much, but that's why it feels so difficult to get focused on someone sometimes. Because you can have a crush on someone, and then if you keep swiping, then you need more people. Or if you go on social media, then you see these other guys. It's just a toxic cycle. Like, sometimes I just want to be able to take all the dating apps and social media away while I'm talking to someone and just see it through. Not because anyone's doing anything wrong per se, or on purpose, intentionally wrong, but because that's just the nature of the world we live in now, which makes me so...
Dating wouldn't be such a nightmare if people just got off these dating apps and met in real life. Face-to-face interactions, that's where the real connection happens.
Exactly, Mark. Apps have people thinking they've got endless options, but that's just an illusion. It's like social media's tricking everyone into believing there's always something better, so no one wants to commit.
Right? Why bother building a real relationship when you can swipe left and keep looking for the perfect match, like you're shopping for a new phone or something? But when you meet in person, it's different. You can actually focus on what's real, instead of some Photoshop profile pic.
And let's be honest, real-life chemistry is something you can't swipe on. It's way harder to be distracted by 100 other superficial options when you're face-to-face with someone who actually clicks with you.
Yeah, in real life, you can't filter out the flaws like you do online. People are forced to deal with actual human beings, not their perfectly curated digital avatars.
I got a match yesterday on Bumble, and so I was like, okay, he's cute, I'll text him. And so I messaged him and I said, I think you look like you have a great laugh. Really kind of a cute, fun compliment. And he messaged me back and said, you look like that if you fell out of your kayak, you wouldn't need a life jacket. I'm sorry, what?
About being lonely, so I just want somebody. No, I want to be in love. I want to share my life with someone. I want to feel the joys. I want to have my hands held. I want to be held. I want to kiss. I want to support. I want to make coffee with that person. I want my person. I want my person. Why is it so hard to find your person? I'm tired. You know, it's really hard when love is the one thing you can't force, you can't make happen. It has to just show up, but...
Hi, I am Samuel.
Hi, I am Mark. Welcome to Protective Perspective.
If you're tired of the games, the lies, and the heartbreak,
You're in the right place.
here, we don't just talk, we confront the brutal truth of modern relationships.
It's time to wake up, take charge, and reclaim your power.
Let's dive in.
Where is it?
I honestly feel for this woman because I've been hearing a lot of different opinions about her situation. But wanting it and doing the work for it are two different things. And I truly believe that it gets harder to want to do the work as you get older. And then mix that with the fact that men are expected to put in most of the effort, at least early on in dating. Well, a lot of single men that would be in her age bracket that are happy, established, and mentally and physically healthy, they are hard to find because they're kind of just chilling at home or at work. So if you're a woman in your 20s or 30s, let this be a lesson that you need to lock in that good man and treat him right.
All I hear is me, me, and me. It's high time modern women take a good, hard look in the mirror. They're always talking about what they want in a relationship, but when do they ever consider what they bring to the table?
Exactly, Samuel. Relationships should be about give and take, not just a wish list of their desires. It's like they think they can waltz in, all demanding and entitled, while the rest of us are just supposed to roll out the red carpet. What's that about?
Right? This is what happens when the strong, independent woman narrative starts to lose its shine. They're chasing after some fairy tale romance like they want a movie man who has no flaws. Newsflash, ladies, that Prince Charm is a myth.
Oh, come on. If they're still waiting for Prince Charming to show up with 0 flaws, they need a serious wake-up call. Those days are long gone. In the real world, every guy comes with a little baggage and that's okay.
So ladies, if you want to find something meaningful, start focusing on what you can bring to the relationship. It's about time to ditch the drama and step into reality.
The reason why a lot of people don't find their soulmate is because they think it's the person that checks off all the boxes on their list or that compliments them the way that they want to be complimented by a partner. But really, a soulmate is the person that shows you the unhealed parts of yourself that need love and work and supports you as you heal them. But because of how much work that requires, how much maturity that requires, a lot of people run away from it because they somehow think that love is supposed to be effortless and easy and stay that way forever without any work.
When you meet a true provider, you don't even have to ask him to provide. He already knows. He enjoys it. You know, it's not something that you need to request. It's just something that he's going to do because he wants you and he wants to win you over. So if you ever are in a situation where you feel like you're having to ask a man to provide, it's because he doesn't, either he's not a true provider or he just doesn't actually want you. So I do want you ladies to keep that in mind.
The last thing a man should ever have to do is buy respect from his woman. Seriously, what's that about? This so-called true provider nonsense is just a way for women to demand more and more.
Absolutely, Samuel. Providing comes in so many forms, but these women only see it as a dollar sign. It's like they think respect is contingent on your bank account. Newsflash, your woman should respect you no matter what.
Exactly, Mark. What happens if you hit a rough patch? What if you run out of cash one day? Is she just going to stop respecting you or, even worse, walk out the door? That's not love, that's just a business transaction.
And let's be real. If a man isn't supporting his woman, it's often because she isn't reciprocating. These women sit around like royalty, expecting everything to be handed to them like it's their God-given right. Where's the equality in that?
Right providing isn't just about cash flow. It's about emotional support, time, and effort. So why should a man have to jump through hoops just to win a woman over? It makes no sense at all.
The guy who told me that I should go to the grocery store to find a man, I think you might be onto something there, because I was just at the grocery store and oh my gosh, the amount of super single, attractive men that were at this grocery store. Okay. I think you're definitely onto something there. I think the only thing that you were leaving out of the equation is the fact that none of the attractive men are in Idaho. And so I'm going to have to move to Colorado and go to the grocery store around 5 or 6 p.m. in Colorado to find a man. Is this a bad idea? I might just start hanging out at the grocery stores like 5 to 6 p.m. for the rest of my vacation because, oh man, there were some really cute guys there.
Dating in your 30s in this day and age is so hard. We do not have that many options. The options are scarce. The options are scary. All we have are the guys that like to lay up, the guys that like to lie, the guys that are controlling, the guys that want you to make all the dating decisions, the guys that want you to pursue them, the guys that only want to have sex. We have the guys that want to date multiple people, like 5 to 10 girls at a time. We have the guys that want you to double text and triple text. We have the guys that are controlling. I don't know if I said that already. We have the guys that don't really want a relationship but want a relationship. Want it with you but don't want it with you. We have the guys that can't make up their mind. We have the guys that are very frugal. We have the guys that are broke. We have the guys that like only Instagram girlies or the Instagram models. They don't really like the girls that are actually like real life people. They like the girls that already got their shit together, which is not really a problem because, you know, date who you want to date. But we all have to start somewhere. I'm not the best off, but I'm not the worst off. I'm actually really on my grind. But anyway, we have the guys that want you to have more than them. We have the guys that want to be taken care of. I could go on and on. We really don't have a good dating pool.
Actually, I have to disagree. Women do have options, they just often don't see them clearly. They might feel like they're limited or overlooked, but the truth is, there are plenty of potential partners out there.
Exactly. The real issue is that societal pressures and unrealistic standards cloud their judgment. They fixate on a specific type of man, usually defined by some superficial traits. It's like they're wearing blinders.
Right? They might overlook some really great guys who don't fit that ideal image, or who don't immediately stand out in a crowded room. It's a shame because those guys could be fantastic matches.
Sure, and let's not forget the box checking. They hold out for someone who ticks every single box on their list, thinking they're waiting for perfection. And meanwhile, they're missing out on real connections with men who could make them really happy.
Exactly. It's like they're so focused on this fantasy checklist that they're blind to the opportunities right in front of them. Sometimes the best matches are the ones who don't fit the mold, but can bring so much to the table.
I have a genuine question of what the hell is going on? Like, I have friends who are absolute worldies and like they're going on dating apps and guys are just like dating, like texting them, going on dates and then like ghosting them. Like, I feel like this has been happening since COVID. I feel like there's an actual epidemic of like people just not being able to get into relationships. It's like they're pretty much just like looking for pen pals and then they're like ghosting people. But like these girls, I'm biased, but like a lot of my friends are hotties and they have guys who are just like ghosting them and like they're like 2s out of 10 and they're ghosting like 10 out of 10. But like I feel like this is happening all the world over. People are just like out here looking for pen pals and like not able to commit, or I don't know what's going on, but why is this? Like, genuinely, I'm hearing it so often and I'm just like trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Anybody know?
Absolutely. These women rely solely on their appearance, forgetting that a lasting partnership requires so much more than just a pretty face. It's like they think they can coast through life on looks alone.
And let's talk about this epidemic happening right now, the epidemic of men waking up and realizing that dating just isn't worth it anymore. Guys are starting to see that the effort they put in often doesn't match the return, especially when the focus is only on superficial qualities like looks.
Exactly. If a man is ghosting, it's probably because he spotted red flags that made him think, nope, not worth it. So while I don't condone ghosting, I get why many men are doing it. They're avoiding drama and complications before they even start.
Right. A lot of men are fed up with being expected to prove themselves constantly, only to end up feeling used or undervalued. They're saying, why should I keep jumping through hoops for someone who doesn't appreciate me?
Exactly. So instead of wasting time and energy on someone who shows signs of trouble, they just walk away. It's a smart move. Why stick around for the headache when there are so many other options out there, right? It's all about recognizing value beyond the surface. If women want real partnerships, they need to step up and bring more to the table than just a pretty face.
It's such a sad day when the guy who always has a flames emoji for you, who always has a little heart on your grid post type of thing, who always has a when we hanging, for you. When that guy gets a girlfriend, you're always kind of like, oh, thought you were going to pine over me forever? Thought we loved our little cheeky...
This is what happens when a man showers a woman with attention she hasn't earned. That kind of attention should be reserved for a woman who genuinely values it and will reciprocate.
Absolutely. When a man pours his time, effort, and energy into someone who isn't invested, all he's doing is inflating her sense of entitlement. She starts to think she deserves it without any real appreciation or effort in return.
And then, when that man finally decides to move on, it hits her like a freight train. She's been so used to that undeserved attention that she suddenly realizes she's lost something she never truly appreciated.
Exactly. It's like a wake-up call. She thinks she can just take and take, but when the guy who's been giving her all that attention walks away, she's left scrambling to figure out what just happened.
It's crucial for men to put themselves first. They need to invest their time and energy in women who bring equal effort to the table. Why waste energy on someone who's just there to take?
Preach. It's all about reciprocity. If she's not giving back what he's putting in, she's just draining him dry. And men need to realize they deserve better than that.
It's like lately, y'all, like all the men that I'm trying to talk to, they be like, oh, you're just too confident for me. Too confident? I'm so confused. I thought men wanted a confident woman. Oh, you got too many men. You talking about the men that's in my comments? Like, that's liking my pictures? Huh? Come to my phone. Look at my phone. I'm not talking to nobody. Like, I'm single. Okay, I'm trying to talk to you. The hell? Oh, you're way out my league. Wow, okay. Okay. I don't know, it's been kind of hard for me lately, and I'm just like, okay, that's cool. Like, I guess I'm about to be on this single train, and which is fine, because being single, it's okay. Like, being single is not even a bad thing for me. Like, I get the love from my child every single day. So,
You know, I really doubt any man actually said these things to her. It feels like some of these women are just crafting a narrative to boost their own egos. They think men are intimidated by their confidence.
Exactly. In reality, most men appreciate a confident woman. What they don't want is that arrogance or entitlement masked as confidence. There's a huge difference.
Right? Confidence is attractive when it's paired with humility and respect for others. But when women start using it as a shield to justify their unrealistic standards or to push people away, it becomes a real problem.
Totally. A truly confident woman doesn't need to constantly validate herself by believing that men are somehow threatened by her. That's just insecurity dressed up as bravado.
And let's be honest, confidence should never come at the expense of being self-aware. If she's acting like she's above others, that's not confidence, that's just a recipe for disaster.
Absolutely. Men want someone who knows their worth but doesn't look down on others. It's about finding that balance. Confidence should invite connection, not create distance.
So ladies, if you're really confident, show it by embracing humility and recognizing that everyone has something valuable to bring to the table. Otherwise, you're just setting yourself up for loneliness.
Controversial things that men, you should not be okay with your girlfriend doing. And if she does any of these, then you need to go ahead and dump her and move on with your life, because that's just bad energy. Number 1, dressing up better to go out with her girlfriends versus how she dresses when she goes on a date night with you. If this is the case and she's going out of her way to dress up like a Victoria's Secret model when she goes out, then I hate to break it to you, she's completely over you. And don't let her hit you with the excuse that, oh, it's just for the girls, I dress up for my girls. No, you do not dress up that good just for the girls when you have a whole man right next to you. So sorry. You just better pray that there's no ballers in the club, because I promise you their pockets are full grown and they're gonna steal your girl. Number 2 is her keeping in constant contact with her ex-boyfriend or ex-boyfriends. Men, if you're doing her right and treating her like an absolute princess, she has absolutely no desire to reach out to the men of her past at all. And I promise I do not care whatever excuse she comes up with, there is no reason that you should be tolerating that type of disrespect, and it should be mutual. And if it's a fairly new relationship, then I hate to break it to you, you're just the placeholder and she's gonna go running back to him as soon as she gets the chance.
Wow. I actually kind of approve of this message. It's refreshing compared to all those other posts encouraging women to chase a man's money. You know, the ones that give tips on how to spot a guy with cash.
Right, Samuel. But let's get real here. If your woman is out there dressing to the nines to hit the town with her friends while looking like a total mess when she's with you, that's a glaring red flag.
Oh, for sure. It's like, come on. If she's putting more effort into impressing her friends than her partner, you better believe she's seeking attention elsewhere. And that's not just speculation, it's practically a warning sign.
Exactly. A woman who values her relationship wants to put in that effort, if not more, when she's with her partner. If she's all dolled up for girls' night out but couldn't care less about her appearance around you, buddy, that's a clear message.
It's a sign you're not her priority, plain and simple. It's time to wake up and smell the coffee. If you're just an afterthought, then maybe it's time to walk away.
Exactly. You deserve someone who's excited to look good for you, not just for the gram. So if her effort isn't matching yours, it's a sign to pack it up and find someone who values you as much as you value them.
Okay, so whenever I get, like, railed, like, good, like, get down, I'm, like, not mentally ill for, like, at least a week after. And I'm just like, actually, I think this is how I'm gonna start managing my mental health, you know? And I'm like, Lindsay, like, medication, meditation, therapy. Just make sure you are getting down at least once, preferably twice a week.
You need help.